Oh, let me tell you something right now. They better not show their asses at that Met Gala. Because have you seen the theme? See, with a now defunct clothing line called Preserve that once hearkened the allure of antebellum, not to mention that they got married at a plantation, documentation of which you will find nowhere on the internet as far as celebrity weddings are concerned. That might be the smartest thing they've ever done. No doubt they had the reception in this lovely facility called the Cotton Dock. This is probably what it looked like. And it's just a few yards away from the quarters. No, we're not having that at this Met Gala. We all thought them showing up at SNL was premeditated and presumptuous. Imagine they show up on the red carpet next to this guy, Coleman Domingo, who's one of the chairs. Or better yet, next to this couple, Rihanna and ASAP, who are also chairs. Guys, I know it's going to be hard to be downtown in Tribeca with all the excitement going on uptown, but please do not come. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
We're kind of used to seeing, and pardon my language here, but we're very used to seeing like a Blake, right? She's very unkind to reporters, and genuinely I think that there's just a lack of a better word there. She seems to hate the press junkets over the years. She barely seems to enjoy her fans. She kind of thinks that she's above her fans, thinks she's above the press, and is just always rude, right?
We left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut. Like talk about blue.
Blake Lively and Anna Wintour have been fashion world best friends for years, but it seems like their friendship has taken a major hit. Rumors are circulating that Blake has been banned from the Met Gala, and the drama is even messier than expected. The worst part? Blake has no one to blame but herself. From a leaked email trashing both Anna and Justin Baldoni to questionable fashion choices on the set of It Ends With Us, Blake's reputation has taken a serious nosedive. So much so that even Vogue's queen herself wants nothing to do with her. But is this a temporary punishment, or has Blake officially lost her Met Gala privileges for good? Let's break it down. Blake and Anna have maintained a professional friendship for years, and being close to one of the most powerful figures in fashion comes with its perks, Vogue covers and Met Gala invites, for starters. Blake has graced Vogue's cover multiple times, and insiders say Anna personally pushed for her to return for the September 2024 issue, a major deal, considering Anna is famously selective about who gets that honor. It doesn't stop there. Blake is also one of the very few people who seem immune to Wintour's notoriously intimidating presence. Just look at photos of them together. Anna is smiling, with her legs crossed toward Blake, a rare display of warmth from the fashion mogul. That's not something she does for just anyone. Thanks to Anna's influence, Blake has been a Met Gala staple since 2008, consistently delivering show-stopping looks that dominate social media. But this year? She won't be gracing the Met steps. Word on the street is that Anna caught wind of Blake's behind-the-scenes antics and has no interest in letting her ruin fashion's biggest night. But that's just the beginning. Apparently, Blake sent out a scathing email criticizing both Justin and Anna, and that email has now leaked. And guess who got their hands on it? Anna. And if there's one thing Wintour doesn't tolerate, it's disrespect. No matter how long their friendship has lasted, this is one betrayal Anna can't just brush under the rug, and honestly, she might be making the right call. Blake's reputation has already taken a hit, and according to former Real Housewives of New York star Bethany Frankel, there was something seriously off at the It Ends With Us premiere, and Blake was to blame. Bethany, who attended the event with a colleague named Danielle, was initially excited to see the film. But after walking the carpet, she noticed something strange. There was a full hour between the red carpet and the actual screening. Now, maybe that happens sometimes, but Bethany had never seen anything like it. And that's when she started noticing even more issues. So, could this be the beginning of Blake's downfall in the fashion world? Or is this just a temporary setback? Let's just say, Anna Wintour doesn't forget.
There's an hour, and it's like too short to go to dinner, too long to stand there in stilettos. And so I see one of Blake's team members, and they're a little distant and a little like icy to me. Just there's something that I'm like, oh wow, okay. And I've, in other circumstances, this person is not this way. And it was slightly off-putting to Danielle and I. We both like noted it. And then it was one of these theaters that has all these like escalators in it. Okay, so we're like, what do we do? So we go to get margaritas. And that night, like I had a malfunction, my strap came off, and we went to drink margaritas. I think it was raining, and we were like walking outside in the rain, and it was just like a mess. But we were having fun because we got buzzed on these like mason jar margaritas, and they were great. And we come back to see the movie. I'm excited to see the movie. And because I love Blake Lively, I'm so excited. So we walk upstairs and we see Anna Wintour. She passes us and I'm like, oh my God, wow, we'll do that another time, but like, let's park that. So then we keep walking and this guy says to me, oh, hey, Bethany, you know Justin, he was on your podcast. And he's in this one like line and we say hello to each other. I didn't remember who he was. I don't know why, but we say hello to each other. He was very nice. I think he was wearing purple. And he's in this one theater. And then we think we saw him, so we're just going into the theater. Not usually, always, unless it's a weird different screenings, the premiere is in one giant theater and there might be like an overflow theater, okay? But here, like he's in one theater, something's going on somewhere else. I saw Anna walk this way. So they take us and they put us all the way to the left in this theater where like nobody was in this theater. And it was just strange. It felt like everybody was separated. And I just called Danielle to be like, oh my God, like everybody was separated. I mean, now we're hearing about everybody being separated and the vibe was off. And so what I didn't tell anybody, because I was like, we'll be canceled, was we left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut. Like talk.
The fact that Blake was pulling those shady moves right in front of Anna must have been seriously off-putting for the fashion icon. Assuming Bethany is telling the truth, some fans believe that moment might have been when Anna decided Blake wasn't getting a Met Gala invite this year. But that's not the only reason Anna allegedly shut Blake out. Anna isn't oblivious, she reads the news. Even she can see that Blake's public image has taken a major hit lately. In fact, her new project with Anna Kendrick, A Simple Favor 2, is already expected to flop, all because of the overwhelming negative press surrounding her. And let's be real, when your reputation is that messy, even Vogue might not be able to save you.
Is alongside Anna Kendrick. And I should say first and foremost, regarding Anna Kendrick, we already knew that she was somewhat upset leading up to this premiere for obvious reasons. I mean, you imagine you work your off, you're in this movie, you're fighting with Blake Lively about who should be more prominently featured on all of the materials and the advertisements, because I guess that's a thing, like where you're featured on the movie poster. And Blake Lively wants to be prominently featured, and then she gets herself into this huge situation worldwide. She is sort of despised alongside her husband. And now you've got to recognize that this movie's probably not going to do so well because people are just not going to watch a movie with Blake Lively in it. And the rumors were that she felt that Blake Lively didn't do anything to dispel that. She didn't come out and make a statement. She didn't come out, with her heart in her hand or say anything. She just kind of allowed this movie to be like an innocent bystander to everything that went on with It Ends With Us. So leading up to this red carpet, all eyes were kind of on Blake. People were wondering if she was going to bring Ryan. I said, definitely not. That's not going to happen. Obviously, she's adjusting and she's realizing what a bad decision SNL was. People don't like Ryan Reynolds especially. So she did show up alone.
It seems like the premiere of A Simple Favor 2 became more about the controversy instead of the project itself, all because of Blake. And there's no way Anna would want the biggest event of the year tarnished like that. But it goes way deeper than that. See, the recent controversies revealed all about Blake's work ethic.
They just sort of take out, smear, and destroy the reputations of people that they don't like, or people perhaps that their clients don't like. But the question is, who do they do that on behalf of? Who does it benefit when they tell perfectly curated lies?
It seems like the premiere of A Simple Favor 2 became less about the film and more about the controversy surrounding Blake. And let's be honest, there's no way Anna would risk the biggest fashion event of the year getting tarnished like that. But the drama doesn't stop there. The recent controversies haven't just hurt Blake's public image, they've also exposed a lot about her work ethic.
So when I was interning at the Fuse channel, as I said, this was 2005, end of May, beginning of June, she was doing press for Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants with 3 of the 4 girls. I don't remember who exactly was there, but it was Blake who was actually terrible and made me cry. So as an intern, we were allowed on set, but and as someone who grew up on set, you don't speak on set. It is quiet on the set because obviously the people with the microphones need to be heard, right? So your job was to just fetch things that various people needed. That day, it was my job to hand out these little water bottles to anyone who needed them. As they were walking to set from their green room, I had to pass them in this extremely narrow hallway, literally necessitating me to go like this against a wall so they could get by. Obviously, they're the priority, they need to get to set. I don't speak to them because, again, being an intern and also just growing up in the industry, you're seen, not heard, right? When you're not talent, you just do what you have to do. Show concludes, and me and all the interns are then brought upstairs for an emergency intern meeting, and they proceed to yell at us for being unprofessional. Now, I'm very confused. I'm looking around, and I'm like, nobody was unprofessional that day, at least from what I had observed. And then they ask me to stay after the meeting. So now I'm really, now my red flags are going off, what happened? She, specifically Blake, alleged that I was unprofessional and treated her like a fan. I want to reiterate, I did not speak to her. I had no idea who she was. She hadn't done Gossip Girl yet. This was her breakout thing. Didn't even know her name. I was focused on the next show that I was supposed to help with production, which was a gaming show that we were doing, or a contest show.
And it's not just Candice or online bloggers weighing in on the situation. Ever since the controversy exploded, several industry insiders, people who have actually worked with Blake, have stepped forward to share their experiences. Let's just say, it's not a pretty picture.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. They better not show their asses at that Met Gala. Because have you seen the theme? See, with a now defunct clothing line called Preserve that once harkened the allure of antebellum, not to mention that they got married at a plantation, documentation of which you will find nowhere on the internet as far as celebrity weddings are concerned. That might be the smartest thing they've ever done. No doubt they had the reception in this lovely facility called the Cotton Dock. This is probably what it looked like. And it's just a few yards away from the quarters. No, we're not having that at this Met Gala. We all thought them showing up at SNL was premeditated and presumptuous. Imagine they show up on the red carpet next to this guy, Coleman Domingo, who's one of the chairs. Or better yet, next to this couple, Rihanna and ASAP, who are also chairs. Guys, I know it's gonna be hard to be downtown in Tribeca with all the excitement going on uptown. But please do not come. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
Yeah, that's definitely not someone Anna wants anywhere near her event. And honestly, given everything that's come out about Blake and Ryan in the last few months, a lot of fans actually don't want the pair at the Met Gala either.
Blake Lively had spoken very openly about the fact that Lily Bloom's wardrobe was not only her clothes, but it was also Ryan Reynolds and Gigi Hadid. Yesterday, while going through Justin Baldoni's timeline, I had read page 17, which shared an email from the line producer talking about being over budget when it came to the wardrobe. Because of that, a lot of people were very confused, saying how on earth could they have been going over the budget if she was using her own pieces. This person responded to one of the comments under my video saying when she says she used pieces from Gigi Hadid, I assume she meant her clothing brand, which they probably bought. And this part I thought was very interesting. I didn't know this, but she said also actors get reimbursed for using their own wardrobe in the SAG contract. For example, talent, including even background extras, get additional money per day for clothing. I would guess she charged back for her clothing, whether making them pay OG costs or a huge rental fee, just an assumption knowing how wardrobe budgets work. After reading this, I did what any normal person would do, and I decided to search on TikTok to see if there were anybody in the industry that were speaking on this. I ended up finding a video from Ebony Brown Style, who is a union costume designer, and I tagged the video below. She confirmed when an actor wears their own clothing, they get paid for that. She also said that any time, for example, the Valentino bag would appear on screen, Blake Lively would allegedly get a check for that. If that were the case, that would make a lot of sense as to why they were going over budget, because a lot of these pieces were...
Blake's fashion choices on the attends with us set were already questionable, but the fact that she insisted on personally reworking her character's wardrobe, ballooning the budget to over $600,000, only made things worse. And before anyone blames the stylist, let's not forget, Blake picked everything herself. Court documents even reveal that she disregarded the director's vision, ignored weeks of effort from the wardrobe team, and sent hundreds of images to dictate exactly what she wanted, forcing the team to scramble, rest hop, and go way over budget. Oh, and let's talk about that $5,000 shoe situation. Apparently, Blake wanted her character to wear luxury shoes to show she had money, despite playing a struggling small business owner. Because of her last-minute wardrobe changes, Baldoni had to rethink an entire script that had been in development for years. A leaked message from the line producer in April 2023 really puts it in perspective. Wardrobe's budget was $185,000. Normally, the wardrobe overspends and then does tons of returns to get back on budget. Our team initially expected to land at $185,000 after returns, but they've already spent $615,000, and we haven't even shopped for the rest of the cast yet. Yikes! If Anna wasn't already side-eyeing Blake before, she definitely was after seeing this mess unfold.